Sometimes Satan comes and he attacks you in small ways. I'm pretty sure, I might even be positive that if Satan showed up and he had his little pitchfork and his little tail and he's like, "Murr!" and he looked you straight in the face and he was like, "Go murder somebody," you'd be like, "No." You kind of look funny and you'd walk away, right? Like, that wouldn't be a big deal to you. But maybe he's not showing up and telling you to kill someone or like deck your brother or whatever. But maybe he's telling you to do little things, you know? And they could be really little, like, you know what, why don't you lie and tell your mom you did all your homework, but you didn't really, and hope you get it done. Or they could be maybe not so little, like, well, just go steal a pack of gum because you don't have a quarter and you want it, right? They can be things. When I was in Costa Rica, I lived with a Spanish-speaking family, and I didn't really know any Spanish, so it made it really interesting. So I lived with a Spanish-speaking family, and I remember I got up one morning, and I had my toothbrush, and I was so excited, right? I'm like, it's the first morning in Costa Rica, and I'm like, walk into the bathroom, and I go to step into the bathroom, because all of their bathrooms were like one step down, and so I'm like, oh, so I go to step in it, right? And as I'm stepping in it, I hear this little, no, and I'm like, oh, okay, you like toothbrush in hand, like, what am I doing? Am I not allowed to pee? Like, what? I have no idea. And she's like, brrr, and I didn't understand. That's my interpretation of Spanish really fast because I still don't know it. And I was like, okay, all right, sweet. And so then she's like, no, la más grande cucaracha. And I was like, más grande, just un momento, por favor, right? Okay, all right, sweet, you're going to show me something that I don't know what it is. And she leans forward, she goes, tunk. And all of a sudden, I look at the floor and it goes, poosh. And I was like, la cucaracha? Sí, la cucaracha. Okay, sweet. So I like step in it, you know, and I'm brushing my teeth and I'm like, this is okay. Right, praying to God because I pray when I brush my teeth. That works really well. God, don't let any cockroaches bite off my toes. You know, these things were grande. All right, so spit it out. Good times. And I'm leaving the bathroom and I step out and I go, I'm like, I get this idea, right? I'm like, just, and I'm just watching the floor. And it's like, ding, 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 ding. And I was like, that's the grossest thing I've ever seen. So now this becomes a game between the cockroach and I, right? Like, I turn off the light, cockroaches. I turn it, I was like, oh, I got this one. And it made me laugh for months that I was there. And I'm thinking to myself, all right, God, what do you have to teach me about cockroaches on a bathroom floor? Because in my life, I've realized that everything is a lesson. So God, what do you want to show me about cockroaches on a bathroom floor? And he told me this. He said, the cockroaches are afraid of the light. So if the light's there, the cockroach is gone. If the light's not on, cockroaches have free reign. All right, I agree with that. I've seen it. I've tested it. Scientific theory there. All right, good times. What's that mean, God? I said, you know, sin in your life is like that cockroach. It's going to sneak in one little cockroach at a time. Maybe the first one goes unnoticed. Maybe the second one comes in a little unnoticed. Until it just covers an entire section of your life. And that is an attack directly from Satan to you. Because if he can get one little sin in, he might be able to get a second one. And by the time you notice they're there, you've got so much cockroachishness covering you that you don't know what to do with it. And yet, the answer to it is so simple. Jesus says, all you have to do is bring me in because my power is strong enough to rid all sin. But you have to let Jesus in. If you're one of these Christians who's like, oh, Christ is good at church, Christ is good at youth group, but when I go to school, I'm somebody different and I don't have to take them. Guess what you just did? Poof, light out. Guess what? Poof, cockroach in. Lots of them and they're big. And they're kind of gross. Unless you turn on that light, ding, Jesus is not going to come in and clear out that section of your world. He promises us that he will do it, but he is not a God who forces his way into our life. He loves you enough to say, I will let you make your choice. I'll let you do it. It breaks his heart when you do it, but he loves you enough that he will let you do it.